for the last few weeks, we've been letting Peter and John just sort of rest in jail. This week, they get out. And boy, do they get out. They are brought before the Sanhedrin to account for what they did. Our section this week is Acts chapter 4, verses 8 through 22. Now, the Sanhedrin just come along and say, hey, what gives you the right to do this? And Peter says, well, God did. And Sanhedrin said, well, okay, what are we supposed to do about it? We can't deny what you're saying. So will y'all just please be quiet? That's pretty much this section in a nutshell. But when you actually begin to read, I mean, right off the get-go, you see the Holy Spirit in action. And it says, Peter was filled with the Holy Spirit and said to him, rulers of the people and elders, and just started saying, this is about what happened. This is exactly what you're seeing. When we are asked to account for the things that happen in our lives that God is responsible for, where should we get our words from? That's the first question. The second thing, we have the Sanhedrin going, well, we can't deny it. How can, it's so obvious as far as what happened. Everyone saw it. Everyone knows that Jesus, we have witnesses running around saying they saw Jesus. How do we stop this? God does so many wonderful things in our lives. And we don't always give him the credit for it. And we really should. And here, to others, it is obvious that God is doing something. So in our lives, how do we let God be God? And once we begin to grasp this, we'll really be able to let God take a better control of our lives. Now the Sanhedrin just come along and say, well, we just need you not to preach or teach Jesus. And of course, Peter and John say, it doesn't matter what you think, it matters what God thinks. We're going to keep talking about the gospel no matter what. And it's a nice, simple response, but it questions us. When we are instructed in our lives how to act, how should we respond? These are the things I want you to think about, and I'll see you on Saturday night.